Welcome students in Learning Space. Myself Ravikant Dapke, working as science and mathematics teacher from last 21 years for SSC Maharashtra State Board students. In this session, we will prepare Science and Technology Part 2nd, Chapter 4th, Environmental Management. From the last lecture, that is first video, we have started this chapter, and in the first video we have seen ecosystem review and what are the relations between environment and ecosystem, and we have understood the concept in detail. And in this video we will try to prepare environmental conservation and need of environmental conservation and what is social responsibility. So let us start. What is need of environmental conservation? In day-to-day life we hear the word pollution. What is meant by pollution? Contamination of any material is its pollution. I repeat the definition. Contamination of any material is the pollution, and pollution of water, pollution of sound, pollution of air, pollution of soil, thermal, these are the types of pollution, and we face nowadays these problems of pollution. Unnecessary and unacceptable changes are called environmental pollution, and direct indirect changes in physical, chemical, biological properties of air, water and soil which will be harmful to human beings are also studied in the conservation of environment. When some natural factors of environment and some artificial polluted factors harm the environment, they create imbalance between the various factors, and so it is very necessary to balance the nature by not only good thoughts but actions. Nowadays it is the problem, everyone is trying to change the world but no one is trying to change himself. In our textbook it is written, ये public है, सब जानती है, but actions of public are not beneficial to environment. We can say general public is not having the awareness of conservation of environment and why it is necessary. They are not knowing, they are only saying, they are not doing anything. And another problem nowadays is human is so much greedy. I want. These are the non-ending needs, and the earth planet is not sufficient to provide our greed, but it is sufficient to provide our needs. Today in developed countries and underdevelopment countries, they have taken responsibilities to save the nature, to conserve our environment, and for the same purpose they have done some laws like Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. There are some 49A, 49B, 49C are the subsections of these laws. It means government is trying forcibly to change the people and save our environment. In next video we will hear a story of Murti Lahanpan Kirti Mahan, the big story of a small man, and Jadhav Molai, what he has obtained for conservation of environment. And after that, if time permits, we will discuss biodiversity hotspot and classification of threatened species in the same video. And now I will request you, if you like this, share it, subscribe it, and also give comments for the improvement. We will continue the same topic, and now we are going to study environmental conservation and biodiversity. Living world is a diverse world. Diversity is observed in living world. What is meant by diversity? That is number of animals or plants. They are observed in diversity. But Out of these number of animals and plants, nowadays some of them have been only listened from our grandfather or grandmother. We cannot see them. Who is responsible for this situation? It means that among the diversity of the living world, some species of animals and some species of plants are ruining. They are going to an end. As we say, environment is of two types, ecosystem is also of two types, and it happens at three levels, and diversity also is of at three parts. We will see one by one. First one is genetic diversity. We are in population number 2 in the world. China is first, but everyone is unique except China. They are looking like same face, but in case of our country, one and only one is the principle of every human being. No one is like others. Everyone is different from each other. But from this richness of the diversity, genetic diversity, some species are in danger because they are unable to reproduce their next generations because of actions of human being. So genetic diversity is also in danger. Second level of diversity is species diversity. There are infinite species in the living world, but species diversity and infinite species are the same. Examples of infinite species, we can say that there are various animals and various plants, microbes, and always reactions happen, interactions happen between them. They affect the environment. And third level is ecosystem diversity, that is interactions between these animals and plants and their habitats is observed in the ecosystem. As we say, environment is of two types, natural and artificial. Similarly, we can say that ecosystem is also of two types, natural environment and artificial environment. Human actions in or human disinterruptions between natural or artificial ecosystem also affect the conservation of nature. Hence, it is our responsibility to conserve the nature. Before ending this video, I will request you to share, subscribe, and give comment. We will meet soon in next video to prepare the same chapter, and I will tell you a story of Jadhav. Let us start the story. And story is interesting part for every student. Study is not interesting part for every student. And the story is Murti Lahan, Kirti Mahan, the big story of a small man. Jadhav Molai Payang is a highly capable person born in nomadic tribe of Assam in 1963 when he was of 16 years and working as a forest worker. Large number of snakes died in the flood of Brahmaputra river which was flowing by his village. As a preventive measure, Molai planted 20 bamboo plantlets, and in 1979 the local social forestry department began a social forestation project on 200 acres of land. Molai was one of the few workers in the same project. The working or the end of project when came, but Mr. Jadhav Molai did not stop his work, and Molai continued to plant the trees after completion of the project. As a result of his continuous working of planting the bamboo and caring for the trees, the barren area witnessed the forest cover over 1,360 acres, and it took 30 years to develop the jungle, and this jungle can be seen today in Assam, Kokilamukh of Joral district. Hence, government has awarded a Padma Shri award to Mr. Jadhav. It is well known as Molai Jungle, Many people come together to destroy the forest, but a single person, if determined, can establish a new forest. We must inspire from the story of Mr. Jadhav and also conserve the nature by any means. We will meet in next video to learn hotspots of biodiversity and classification of threatened species. Bye students.